Kimberly Noel Kardashian was born on October 21st, 1980, in Los Angeles, California, into a family already intertwined with fame, law, and wealth. Her father, Robert Kardashian, gained prominence as O.J. Simpson's defense attorney, while her mother, Kris Jenner, cultivated a keen understanding of branding and celebrity culture. From the outset, Kim was immersed in an environment where visibility was currency and perception equaled power. Her early life was marked by privilege, yes, but also by exposure to the machinery of influence, the media, public attention, and the ways wealth could manipulate narrative. Spartan virtues of discipline, resilience, and strategic cunning were embedded in her upbringing, though they were frequently applied to optics rather than substance. Kim's initial rise to notoriety was entwined with the allure of celebrity and scandal. Early modeling work, socialite appearances, and media coverage cemented her as a figure of fascination. The turning point, however, came with the emergence of a highly publicized video with musician Ray J. Initially presented as a leaked private recording, it later emerged that Kim and her mother had orchestrated its release as a strategic act of self-promotion. The video amplified her public visibility, generating controversy and attention in equal measure. Even in her first high-profile scandal, the lesson was clear. Image and perception could be manufactured, manipulated, and monetized, reinforcing a pattern of curated influence over authentic action. The Spartan principle of enduring honor and moral courage in the face of adversity was replaced with calculated spectacle and strategic visibility. In 2007, the debut of the reality television series Keeping Up with the Kardashians further solidified her status. The show showcased her life, her family, and their interpersonal dramas to an international audience. Kim's persona was meticulously curated, glamorous, confident, alluring, and always camera-ready. She became a figure of aspiration, a template for success in visibility, commerce, and social influence. Her image projected empowerment, wealth, and independence. On the surface, a Spartan in command of her public domain. Yet beneath the surface, the narrative of strength and autonomy masked a reality of curated dependence. Kim's rise was amplified by family infrastructure, media networks, and strategic alliances. The Spartan ideal of self-sufficiency, mastery over circumstance, endurance through challenge, service to a higher principle, was often subordinated to spectacle, personal branding, and monetary opportunity. She leveraged fame into empire building, from fashion lines to beauty products, carefully monetizing every facet of her public persona. Discipline existed, but it was applied toward accumulation, visibility, and influence, not moral leadership or virtuous endurance. The contradiction is particularly stark in her positioning as a role model for young women. Kim has consistently presented herself as a paragon of modern femininity, successful, wealthy, and unapologetically confident. Yet the behaviors and images she projects, posing in provocative attire even when married or pregnant, emphasizing commercialized sexuality and endorsing consumption as virtue, reveal a selective morality. In prior generations, such public exhibition, particularly during marriage and motherhood, would have been considered reckless or at odds with the qualities expected of a moral exemplar. Instead, Kim redefined visibility as virtue, converting personal exposure into social capital and economic gain. The Spartan principle of moral fortitude, guiding decisions in alignment with ethics and example, is subordinated to branding strategy. Her influence extends beyond personal enterprise. Kim has repeatedly been positioned, willingly or otherwise, as a cultural guidepost, shaping perceptions of beauty, success, and lifestyle for millions. Social media amplifies her reach, creating an ecosystem where image becomes authority. Followers, particularly young women, emulate her behaviors, fashion choices, and social strategies, often internalizing commodified values. The gap between projection and principle becomes evident. The aura of power, the perception of agency, is detached from enduring virtues such as self-discipline, service, and resilience in adversity for collective benefit. She is revered, imitated, and admired, yet the substance behind the image is transactional, performative, and mediated by profit and spectacle. Even when engaged in causes with potential moral weight, such as criminal justice reform, the pattern persists. The optics of involvement overshadow systemic commitment. The Spartan ideal of sacrifice, courage, and leadership for the collective is filtered through personal branding. Visibility remains paramount. Influence is quantified through followers and engagement rather than principled action. The public persona of the empowered woman, while compelling, does not always correlate with moral clarity or enduring virtue. Kim exemplifies influence without accountability, projection without substance, and admiration without true ethical leadership. Her personal life, likewise, mirrors this pattern. Highly publicized relationships, marriages, and family life are curated for maximum attention. Intimacy, family, and vulnerability are performed for spectacle as much as lived authentically. The Spartan notion of self-mastery and principled endurance in private and public spheres is largely absent, replaced by the strategic management of image. She operates in a world where fame, branding, and monetization dictate conduct, shaping every choice through the lens of visibility rather than principle. The narrative is not one of failure in ambition or skill. Kim Kardashian has achieved wealth, influence, and global renown that few could rival. She demonstrates remarkable acumen in personal branding, commerce, and media engagement. But brilliance alone does not a Spartan make. True Spartan influence demands that power be exercised with discipline, service, and ethical consistency. The measure of leadership is not admiration generated, but integrity endured. Herein lies the contradiction. Kim projects authority and empowerment, while the substance of enduring virtue, moral discipline, and principled leadership is selectively applied, often subordinated to commercial and image-driven priorities. Thus, she qualifies as a false prophet or paper Spartan. The public admires her for strength, influence, and cultural authority, yet the reality of her conduct demonstrates the divergence between perception and principle. Her brand is fortified, her influence vast, her visibility unmatched, but the Spartan virtues of resilience, moral courage, and service to others are eclipsed by commodification, spectacle, and personal gain. Kim Kardashian's story illuminates the distinction between power as image and power as principle, between admiration inspired and virtue earned. Order the Spartan Mindset today and embark on your journey toward becoming the leader your world needs. Let your struggles forge you into a warrior of character and resolve. The Spartan Mindset provides a comprehensive and actionable guide to personal development and resilience. Available now for just $19.99. Purchase your copy from the links in the description box below and on this channel's homepage. Because your future begins with the right mindset. The Spartan Mindset.